Alright YouTube, up next on the workbench is a 2001 Yamaha TTR 125. It's got electric start. I'm going to be taking this bike, or this motor, taking it apart. Over here. Now, I don't know a whole lot about it except for I got two bikes. This was a parts bike. Basically, the motor has pretty much no compression, just a little tiny bit. So the electronics didn't have any spark in them. I took those off the bike. So we're gonna take this apart and check it out. See what it looks like on the inside. So, let me get started. I will be using air tools to speed the process up a little bit. This morning, I was here at the shop, and I kind of did the same thing to an XL350, an old Honda. I went home for a little while and hung out with the kids and uploaded those videos. Well, that's got oil on that one. You don't usually see oil on the studs, but oh, is that so hard to get out? Man, that was tough. So tough. Metal in the end is kind of messed up. It has some kind of a gasket or plastic. You see right at the end of that. What made it tough or what? So I use my magnetic bowl for all my different nuts and bolts. Actually, for this one, as I take it apart, I'm going to put this container lid right here beside you. I'll just drop all the stuff over here for the head, and then I'll bag it up. Alright, so we got that off. Let me go ahead and take off the carburetor boot. So that was two Allen wrenches, or Allen head screws. Get the carburetor boot off. Next thing I'm going to do is take off the cover to the timing chain. Over here on the side, there's two 8mm, I believe they're 8mm bolts there that'll take this cover off. Alright, so 8mm, took those two bolts. The inside, a little dirty on the outside. I'll wash these parts up a little later. So there's the timing. There's the chain and the cam gear. Let's see here. Next thing I'm going to do is pop these loose. We've got two down here on the side. We've got two Allen head bolts. I'm going to pop those out. 5 is the Allen socket I'm using for those. pretty common tools. Allen wrench set. Let me just pull it out. Allen wrenches, metric, and 8mm socket to 10mm socket and 12mm socket to take most of this motor apart. When you get to some bigger items like that bolt there, it's a little bit bigger, but for the most part, those are the sockets I always seem to be using. This one might be a 17. Yeah, 17 is popular also. Working on these motors. Alright, and that was just a 17mm bolt into the sprocket there. What I'm going to do is I'm just going to use these little picks with the curved ends. I'm going to stick them in these grooves and try to pull the wheel off. There we go. So it just popped right off the shaft it's on. Just a little bit. So you can see the wheel's loose. Fox's nut's got to work the chain off of it. Push it down a little bit. You know, it might help if I take the tensioner out. I'm going to go ahead and take that out now. Might make taking that chain off a little bit easier. So the chain, cam chain tensioner's there. It's got two 8mm bolts holding it in. I don't know if you can see it from there, but the whole head's wiggling around because I got everything pretty much loose except for just the chains in the way. Alright, so these 8mm bolts there held the tensioner in. I don't know if that'll make it easier or not. Not a whole lot of room. My fat fingers trying to get in there to work on stuff, especially in this tight area here. Alright, let's see. All I'm trying to do is pop this chain off. There we go. Alright, so since that tensioner was out of the way, I was able to get the gear down in there more so the chain popped off a lot easier. So, cam chain gear. I'll get the chain on just a little bit. Alright, so the whole head just popped off. The washer. I'm not sure where that came from, it just fell in my hand. Now, I don't know anything about this engine except for the fact that it didn't have any compression. I was told by the previous owner that it didn't have it needed a top end, so I don't know exactly to what extent that was. I don't know how the cam or the valves or anything happens to be. I'm going to put the gear back in place. Looking, that valve, the valve might be bent. I don't know. I'm not sure where exactly. Maybe not. I'm not sure. I'll have to turn this some. Alright, so I might be wrong, but I'm thinking if that mark right there is up and it's free like this, then both of these valves should be closed, and this one's not. There's a gap there, so I don't know if the valve's bent. I'll try turning it over to the other side and see if that closes it. Alright, well, there's an issue right there. So if you watch, I'm just going to turn this bolt there, and if you watch the valves, this one is open. That's on the exhaust side. So that one on the exhaust side is opening now, but it doesn't close all the way. So that's one issue, and I am going to be selling this on eBay, so obviously I'm not going to be able to get as much as I would if it was a good head, but it should still be bring a little bit of money. Somebody can probably fix it. Wow. Alright, so then I guess those long bolts, these bolts just went down through the whole thing because there's nothing else really to take off to get the cylinder off. This little spoon just pulls right out. This one pulls out. The other one probably pulls out too. Or maybe not. It might be bolted in there. Now this piston, the rings don't look stuck or anything, so they're not like melted to the piston. A little bit. You're gonna have a hard time seeing into the piston, into the cylinder. I don't know if it's any good for you. I don't see any major scars. The top is kind of rough looking. A little dirty, but nothing's broken on this piece. So let me get the piston off. Alright, so that might be kind of hard for you to see, but what I use a lot of times to get the wrist pins off or get the clips out so I can get the pin out is these little kind of picks. And I was able just to stick it in behind the ring and kind of work my way around to force it out. Pretty useful. Just push the pin right on out. Gotta be careful not to drop anything down in the motor. But in my other videos earlier, I said the same thing. I'm going to be taking the whole motor apart. I'm not too worried about dropping something. It came out a good ways and then it kind of stopped. There we go. Alright, so piston's out. I mean, a little discolored, I guess. Yamaha 4LS00, the number's inside. I believe this is stock, I guess. It doesn't look too bad. Maybe the only problem was with it was the valves, bent valve. Maybe. I don't know. I bought it to sell. I took it apart. I've already sold the tank. I've already sold some other parts. I mean, the tank was $100 right there. I only paid. I got two of them, two of these bikes, the exact same. The other one actually runs. The other one smokes though. But I I paid $280 for both of them. And I already sold this gas tank for $100. So I mainly got it just for parts to sell. Well, if I couldn't figure out, which I ended up not really even trying to figure out. Don't have a whole lot of time, but so I just put the clip back in there so the pistons can go with the rest of the stuff. So let's check it out. We have all of these head parts here. We got the bolts, the cover for the timing chain, the head, cylinder, carburetor boot, and piston. Alright, thanks for watching Big Drum's Garage, showing you the removal of a TTR 125 top end. What I'm going to do now is just turn the camera off and basically start another video. I will, I don't know, I might go into this cover here, start pulling that apart. Hopefully I've got the correct puller for the flywheel. If you watched the video I made earlier about the XR stuff, I got the flywheel and I didn't have the right puller. So hopefully I got it this time. Alright, thanks a lot, and happy Thanksgiving.